Keeping It Real by Housing.com, the podcast where we dive deep into the evolving world of Indian real estate through conversations with the visionaries building it. I'm your host, Pavani Raju. In this episode, I'm joined by Mr. Srinivas Moramchetty, Director of Sales and Marketing of Sumadhura Group, a prestigious name in real estate development in Bengaluru and Hyderabad. The group has carved out spaces for itself in a fast-evolving real estate landscape by delivering quality and punctuality. Interestingly, they are bringing in a new premium offering in a micro market, and that has undergone a major transformation as an upcoming premium residential hotspot in the last 5 years. And that's Panathur in East Bengaluru. Let's find out what's driving this transformation. It's a delight to have you with us, Mr. Srinivas.
My pleasure.
Well, with a legacy spanning over 3 decades, Sumadhura Group has evolved into a diversified real estate developer. Could you share insight into the company's growth strategy?
Sure. As you said, we've been into real estate for almost 3 decades. Starting as a mid-size residential developer, we started in Hyderabad in 1995. And then eventually moved to Bangalore around 2005, right? We started, as you said, as a residential developer. But over the period, we diversified into almost every real estate segment that you can think of. Today, we have iconic projects in commercial, in warehousing, luxury residential, as well as mid-segment. And then we are also looking into, there's co-living and there is hospitality, retail. We're now looking into energy sector as well. So anything to do with real estate, wherever the opportunity is, we are able to get in, we are able to do significant projects and grow. I think when your intent is to do well, intent is to deliver what your customer needs, the growth automatically comes. Right. And I think that's where we started. Our intent was always to give the best to our customers. We, one of the companies that is highly innovative, many of our projects, due course of the project timeline, we innovate, we improvise. In fact, we give a better product than what we initially promised or designed. Beyond this, today we are focused on building those experiential communities as well as a global lifestyle that our customers aspire, right? So in that context and in that way, we're able to grow and we're able to sustain, irrespective of what the market is, we're able to grow.
So can you give us more insights on how you approach innovation?
Not just innovation. I mean, so I'll go back to our pillars of our work, right? When we talk about the 4 pillars on which Sumadhura delivers projects. One is on-time delivery, which is and quality is of utmost importance. Then we choose those locations that have significant potential for growth, are already in the growth phase. And the 4th is design, right? If you look at any of the Sumadhura projects, they don't look like a copycat, right? Every project has its own design, its own ethos, its own significance, right? So design innovation always happens. We look at what the customers need or may need, right? And design our projects that way. You cannot possibly tell that looking at 2 Sumadhura projects that these are done by Sumadhura, because each project is different. And when I said delivery, right, all our projects have been delivered on time. So internally also, that there is no compromise when we are internally discussing about projects and delivery. There is no compromise on delivery timelines. Everything in our control we do to ensure that the projects are delivered to our customers on time. And when it comes to locations, I think Sumadhura has the best locations if you were to look at our projects, right? As I said, we always build projects in micro markets with a significant civic infrastructure, right? Whether it is schools, hospitals, entertainment, shopping, access to employment centers. These are the prime uh, areas that we look into, right? But when we look into locations beyond well-developed micro markets, we also look at the growth potential, the infrastructure that is going to be developed around those locations. More importantly, by the time our project is delivered, the growth should be there, the infrastructure should be there, and customers should have a very convenient lifestyle. Right? So these are the things that we look into. And quality, right? As I said, quality in real estate is, of utmost importance to our customers. In fact, we have actually come up with a new industry first initiative called Real View, where our customers can come look into the whole floor, like complete floor with corridors and the apartments as we deliver to the customers. This will be done while the construction is ongoing. It's a significant effort. Most of the developers won't allow customers to come near any construction site because of safety issues. Um, but for us, we wanted the customers to experience the spaces before they buy, right? Um, so to enable that, it takes a significant effort for us to make the environment safe and secure for our customers to walk in and experience that place. But in spite of that, we've done it. So Real View is a game changer, and a lot of customers appreciate the fact that they are able to see the whole floor before they make a decision. Beyond this, when I talked about lifestyle, right, we are one of the first South Indian developers to bring in a concept called branded clubhouse. A branded clubhouse is essentially very well-known sports, wellness, and fitness academies running operations within the project. Today, time is of the greatest importance or essence for customers, and primarily more so in Bangalore and cities like Hyderabad, right? The facilities that we are bringing in, where the parents don't have to drive their kids out to get quality um, training in sports and fitness. So the whole idea is to bring everything to their doorstep. And it's amazingly well received by our customers in both Hyderabad and Bangalore.
So you've closely witnessed East Bengaluru's evolution from an emerging IT corridor into one of city's most sought after residential hubs, right? So how do you see the residential market in East Bengaluru evolving over the years?
So when initially when we spoke about East Bangalore, it used to be Whitefield, right? Whitefield, Marathali. But then now, eventually, with the amount of growth that is happening with significantly large enterprise companies, global enterprises that are coming into Whitefield, the commercial intake has been significantly high I think, last decade, right? And we all know how Outer Ring Road has been growing, right? Being in proximity to the Outer Ring Road employment hubs, East Bangalore primarily has grown significantly higher. I mean, today it is expanding to almost to Hoskote on northeast, and then to Sarjapur Road on the south side of southeast, if I were to say. Now, when it comes to residential real estate, last few years, especially post COVID, um, the sector is been growing tremendously, primarily because of the need for luxury housing, right? And then beyond the luxury housing, there's also the infrastructure push. I mean, now the Whitefield Metro is active. The Blue Line is going to be active in no time. All of this is pushing the residential real estate growth in East Bangalore, and today we are looking at significant. If you were to look at the statistics, right, I think 57% of the new launches happened in East Bangalore when you compare when you look at the overall Bangalore market. The capital values of properties have gone up significantly higher, right? If I'm possibly looking at about 2x growth in last 5 years in capital values, and some of those properties have gone 3-4x also, right? um, and also the need, as I said, the need for luxury housing, not just housing, but experiential and communities that actually bring everything to your doorstep. So the need for luxury is increased. Likewise, the sizes of apartments that our customers are seeking now is significantly larger than what it was before COVID. All of this is driving the residential sector high in East Bangalore.
Okay, now that brings me to a question about, you know, which micro market do you believe are best positioned now?
See, today, if you look at East Bangalore, right, Sajapur Road is growing significantly higher. On the north side, Budigere Cross, and now, as I said, it's extending to Hoskote. But there is one significant pocket in the center of all of this, which is called Panathur. The Panathur micro market is still untouched, pristine, um, and very close to the employment hubs, and very well grown civic infrastructure. So I think Panathur market will be the next big thing in the east, in the East Bangalore market.
Coming to Panathur, it used to be a peripheral locality. How did it take center stage?
It is about to take center stage. What I mean to say is, and it is not a peripheral locality. If you look at the employment hubs on ORR, right, RMZ Eco World, Prestige Lakeshore Drive, these are actually 10 minutes away from Panathur, right? Now, this location had a challenge in terms of connectivity. But with the latest infrastructure developments that are happening, especially a 150-foot wide road connecting ORR to Gunjur on the other side is coming up. So now Panathur is going to become prime. And not just that, we've seen significant, in spite of all the challenges, we've seen significant growth in terms of capital values of Panathur projects. There's an 83% growth in the capital value, in the price appreciation. There's 2x in terms of rental values, right? Up in, I think, Panathur today, easily around 4 to 5% in terms of rental yields, right? The proximity to the employment hubs is the key, right? So that's where I'm saying that Panathur will be the next big thing.
So I'd like to know what kind of supportive infrastructure has emerged or is planned that promotes Panathur as a sought-after real estate destinations.
So now Panathur is connected to Outer Ring Road by a 150 feet CDP road through New Horizon College. This road will continue from ORR on this side to Gunjur on the other side, Gunjur and Vartur on the other side. And as I said, with the 150-foot road now passing through Panathur, there won't be any other location like Panathur. More importantly, one is the employment hubs that we discussed on the west of Panathur, if I were to say. On the east of Panathur is where you have Gunjur and Vartur micro markets, where you have all the top international schools. These are mostly, for people who are in senior roles and executive roles, they look for these international schools for the kids. And the schools are, and once this road is done, the schools will be about 10 minutes away. So the office on this side will be 10 minutes away. The schools are on the other side will be 10 minutes away. In this way, I think Panathur will be a gold mine in next few years.
I think we all know that Bengaluru's commute fatigue is real, right? So, is there a defining trend of working professionals making choices that tie in with the kind of lifestyles they want to lead? And how does Panathur fit the bill?
Good that we are talking on the onset of monsoon about the Bangalore road challenges, but we all been in Bangalore traffic, right? It gets so frustrating to spend hours in the traffic and not knowing when you will reach your destination, right? Today, as the country progresses, as we progress, the only thing that we don't have is the time, right? We have everything else but time. Time for our family, time for our kids, a time for our personal well-being and growth, right? Now, what I believe with Panathur being where it is in terms of proximity to employment centers, the infrastructure that is being built. Obviously, we talked about the 150 feet CDP road coming. We talked about the metro, Silkboat to Gyarpura metro coming up, right? I think Panathur offers that unique opportunity where your commute will be cut significantly, right? If you are trying to reach to outer ring road offices, possibly once this road is done, it's 10 minutes, right? I think this will help the residents and the customers reclaim at least 2 to 3 hours of their time every day so that they can focus on their personal well-being, focus on their kids, focus on their families, have some quality family time, right? Beyond this, we also discussed about how pristine and clean Panathur is right now, with the forest cover as well as the lakes around it. So it's going to be an amazing location in next few years, is what we believe. And that's why Sumadhura at this time is focusing on that micro market. A lot of developers today are extending the micro market beyond what you call prime Whitefield. But when we look at Panathur, now this is still in the prime, right? It's still in the center of all the action. With all these developments to be manifested in couple of years, by the time the current projects are live in 3 to 4 years, I think, as I said, Panathur will be the most sought after.
Let's now switch our gears into your project Elysium. Tell us about your project Elysium in Panathur.
Sumadhura Elysium is the project name. We coming up with this project in Panathur. Again, as I said, this will be bang on that 150 feet road, right? It's a luxury project from Sumadhura. It's a 3 to 4 bedroom apartment configuration, right? The project is built with modern contemporary architecture with curved facade. As I said, when we design our projects, we look at making every project a unique project, not like a cookie cutter, right? Again, focused on that clientele that is in and around RMZ, Cobalt, as well as outer ring road employment hubs. This primarily would be an upgrade of the existing home for many buyers, right? And this location is right next to the forest, so it's very clean, pristine, right? Calm, right? The green cover actually will make it a lot more pleasant for our residents. Today, if you look at a lot of projects in and around outer ring road, which are significantly high in capital values, and some of them are going at about 20,000 and more per SFT, right? But the challenge is a lot of traffic, a lot of people moving around. Panathur breaks that mold, right? Today, Panathur is still, manageable in terms of pricing. But with the road coming in, it will be on par with what you see on the pricing around the ORR. right? As I said, it's a uniquely designed project with a modern contemporary architecture, 3-4 bedroom configurations, with a large clubhouse, 50,000 SFT plus clubhouse, with almost every amenity that you would need for a comfortable living, right? Branded clubhouse is going to come into Sumadhura Elysium as well, like other projects. So I think this is going to become one of the landmark projects for Sumadhura and for also our customers who are looking to upgrade their home and to be in and around, very well developed civic infrastructure.
How do you think this project actually complements the other Sumadhura Group projects?
This is a new project in a new micro market, right? And as I said, a project designed keeping that outer ring road ORR customer in mind, for their aspirations, their growth, for their future. And as I said, the capital values are significantly high around ORR, and this is only going to be better than them. So, not just lifestyle, but it also, it's a security, financial security for our customers. While asset value, I think, will grow to be on par with outer ring road assets.
Thank you very much, Mr. Srinivas, for being here and for sharing all the insights on Bangalore's real estate side. We are very grateful to have you.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure to share whatever I know about this Bangalore market.
You can catch this episode on Housing.com, on the Housing.com app, YouTube channel of Housing.com, Apple Podcasts, Earshot.in, Spotify.com, YouTube Podcasts, and Jio Savan. Take care and stay safe.